Gentlemen, if you think good foreplay means going straight down there, you're probably doing it wrong. In fact, research shows that over 95% of men make the same three mistakes in foreplay, mistakes that completely kill a woman's arousal before you even get started. I'm Dr. Jocelyn, a urologist and certified sexologist, and today I'm going to tell you exactly what those mistakes are and what you should do instead to make any woman melt in your hands without even touching her too soon. Trust me, once you understand this, you'll never see foreplay the same way again. Let's start with the truth. Most men believe that foreplay means oral sex. They think if I go down there and spend enough time, she'll go crazy. But here's the shocking fact. In study after study, women report that emotional connection, teasing, and mental buildup are far more arousing than what happens between the legs. Foreplay doesn't start in the bedroom. It starts in her mind hours, sometimes even days before. So, before we jump into the best foreplay that never fails, let's first fix the three biggest mistakes that destroy attraction. Men often treat foreplay like a checklist. Kiss her, touch her, go down, done. But that's not how a woman's body works. You see, men get aroused in seconds, but women need time and build up for blood to flow to the genitals, for lubrication to begin, and for her brain to shift from thinking mode to feeling mode. That shift from mind to body is everything. If you rush it, she might pretend she's into it, but internally, she's still anxious, distracted, or dry, and no amount of physical stimulation can fix that. So the first rule of perfect foreplay is this. Slow down, way down. Start with conversation. Tell her something you appreciate about her. Not her body, but her energy, her laugh, her confidence. That immediately disarms her and turns on her emotional brain, which is where female arousal truly begins. Most men go straight for the breasts or the genitals. But here's something most guys never realize. A woman's most sensitive sexual organ is her brain, and the second is her skin. When you skip the rest of her body and go straight for the main event, you skip the entire orchestra of sensation that actually builds her desire. Her neck, her ears, her shoulders, her inner thighs. These areas are full of nerve endings that connect directly to pleasure centers in the brain. So instead of rushing to oral sex or penetration, start exploring lightly, slowly, unpredictably. Use your hands, your breath, your lips. Alternate between soft touch and no touch because anticipation releases dopamine. And dopamine is the chemical of desire. This unpredictability makes her body crave more. And when you finally get to oral or intercourse, her body will respond with 10 times the pleasure. This one is huge. Most men forget that foreplay isn't only physical, it's visual and emotional. When you look at her with genuine desire, not aggressive but admiring, her brain releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. And when you talk during foreplay, softly, slowly, telling her what you love about the moment, you activate her emotional connection and safety. Remember, women can't feel deep pleasure without safety. If her body doesn't feel safe, she'll never fully let go. So if you want her to surrender completely, don't just touch her body. Use your eyes to tell her she's wanted and your voice to tell her she's safe. All right, now that we've cleared up the mistakes, let's talk about what actually works. What's the best foreplay that never fails for any woman, any age, any mood? Women are psychological lovers. Her arousal starts with imagination, not contact. So start early. Send her a text that makes her think about you. Not an explicit one, but a teasing one. Something like, I keep thinking about how amazing you smelled last night. Or, I can't focus today. Every time I close my eyes, I see that smile. That one line can do more than 20 minutes of physical touch because it activates her fantasy center. When she anticipates, her brain releases dopamine, and that dopamine primes her for desire later. So by the time she's near you, she's already halfway there. During the first few minutes of intimacy, most men go into performance mode trying to do everything right. But the best foreplay is about presence, not performance. Put your phone away. Keep your attention completely on her reactions, her breath, her skin temperature. Mirror her rhythm. If she's slow, you go slower. If she pulls back, pause. That sense of tuning in tells her body, I'm safe, I can open up. And that's when her natural lubrication and sensitivity skyrocket. The biggest mistake in oral sex is going directly for the clitoris. Too soon, too fast, too much pressure. That's why so many women say, it's too sensitive, or I don't like oral. It's not that they don't like it, it's that men skip the buildup. Here's the secret. Start away from the clitoris. Explore around it. Thighs, hips, stomach, pubic area, using slow, unpredictable motions. Let her want you to go there. Let her ask for more. When she finally can't take it anymore, that's when you slowly move closer. This method activates anticipation pathways in the brain, which multiply pleasure intensity. It's like turning foreplay into a full-body conversation where she's not just being touched, she's participating in every second. Here's something few men know. Constant rhythm gets boring for the brain and the body. Instead, alternate between light teasing, gentle sucking, and then pause. That pause is where her mind explodes with anticipation. When you finally move again, the brain floods with dopamine and oxytocin, the perfect chemical combo for deep body-shaking pleasure. The final secret most men never realize. Foreplay doesn't end when penetration begins. It ends when she feels emotionally full, when she's not just satisfied, but deeply connected. That means even after it's over, stay close. Touch her hair, kiss her forehead, whisper something soft. That's not being too emotional. That's scientifically proven bonding. Oxytocin released during that moment makes her crave you, not just the act. And that's what separates an average lover from one she'll never forget. So, let's sum this up, gentlemen. The best foreplay for women that never fails isn't about technique. It's about timing, presence, and emotion. Don't rush. Don't focus only on the genitals. Use your eyes, your voice, and your words. Build anticipation and end with emotional connection. Do this, and I promise no woman will ever call you just average again. I'm Dr. Jocelyn Era, urologist, sexologist, and your guide to understanding women's real desires. If this helped you see foreplay differently, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe. Because in my next episode, I'm going to reveal the one thing women secretly crave during intimacy that most men never do. And once you learn that, you'll never have to worry about pleasing her again.